Female fighters beating guys. If there's one thing we've learned over the past year is that you never know what's around the corner. And when that corner is also hiding a high kick to the face, well, you can kinda assume that one will take a second look before blindly turning any corner. Hey there all you brutal TV lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Be sure to click that subscribe and like button because you know that you want to stay updated on each of the videos that we have in store for you. Today we are bringing you into the cage with these female fighters beating guys at their own game. Number 1. What you can see from this video here is that you should never ever underestimate the power of a driven female. She takes to this match and shares massive blows back and forth to this guy's head over and over, and from the looks of it, he becomes so dazed that he even starts swinging backwards. After taking a few punches to the face, he ends up finding that he has surely met his match and that it's time to go ahead and throw in the towel. Better luck next time, guy. Number 2. From the way this match started, you could already assume that this will not end up well for this guy. Look closely at the way he guards himself from his opponent. He looks as though he is downright afraid to hit her. Since the match has already started, buddy, this is not the time to second-guess your decisions. She did not allow him much time to gather his thoughts while throwing jabs and body shots at him. He manages to dodge a few of them, but the ones that connect shake him up pretty badly and has him jumping across the ring. And that right hand that she packed was nice and fresh when it was unzipped and released right into this guy's face. It's okay, guy. No one is going to see this. Number 3. During this Kushti wrestling match, you can see the energy simply drain right off of this guy. He almost looks as though he was defeated well before the match started. I wonder what was going through his mind at this moment. What if he was thinking, oh my goodness, I have to wrestle this girl? She's probably not going to even be worth my time. And from the looks of it, she wasn't worth his time. She was worth way more. Once they get down to the ground, she grabs him in a chokehold that he eventually gets out of. But later in the match, she subdues him and flips him clean over her back. Number 4. The overly macho guys rarely ever win in a fighting match. And luckily, we are proud to announce to you that that still remains the case. This overly cocky guy decided to drop his guard and leaves his face wide open as though to mock the power of his opponent. At one point, you see him push out a nice and powerful straight kick that pushes her back, but she is determined. And by the way he had to put his guard back up, you can tell that those punches that he collected before left some residual pain. He almost had her, but she slipped through the grapple to later have him subdued and tapping out. Phew, this guy's machismo almost cost him brain damage and an arm. Number 5. This was a good one. Not only did this guy treat this lady with some respect and go into this fight making sure to give it his all, he also lost in a dignified manner. It looks brutal as you see him pounding away at her on the floor. Wait, okay, let's just revisit that statement later. Head between the arms of the female who almost choked him out. Hey, it's a better ending than the guy at number 9. Number 6. Out of the corner like a missile locked on its target, this female brought her A game to this match, and she was determined to take home the trophy. You see her bolt out of her corner when the bell sounds, and it's as if a beast was unleashed because she was fighting this guy like she was out for blood, putting him against the ropes and dazing him left and right. You even see at one point that this guy is so dazed during the fight that he just completely drops his guard. She clearly did not care for this man's size, and even if she did, we wouldn't tell at all. As he tries to overpower her, she backs up and starts protecting herself with the reach of kicks and after a few of those straight to the no-no place, it was over. Phew, we know that had to hurt. Number 7. We know exactly what was going through this guy's head. He was thinking, what have I clearly gotten myself into? Don't think we are right? Exhibit A. Check the posture of this guy as he goes in to grab his opponent. See anything a little iffy here? How about this? Exhibit B. See how he looks at his opponent with a face of doubt? And Exhibit C. That stare right into the camera as this person records. That single look right there shows us that he just rethought his entire life choices. It gets pretty intense throughout the match, and we even see him make a great comeback. He almost has her pinned for the win, but it was her spider-like agility that just allowed her to break away from every hold that he performed. And then it was at this point he screwed up. She turns his own grapple against him and flips him and holds his arm in a position that arms are just not meant to be in. A tap out ensues, and the victor is clear. Number 8. You can hear the force behind each kick. Almost can feel them from the way you see each one of them flying back after each strike. You can see that this guy was not going to underestimate his opponent, and that helped him for a nice amount of time. And for a nice amount of time, we mean about 20 seconds. After he goes in for the grab and they both go to the ground, he begins to notice how much danger he's in. She begins to lock her legs around his head, and you can watch his movements become slower and slower as the seconds pass. It's like watching a python devour its prey. She holds it nice and strong, leaving her opponent to tap out. Number 9. Grappling and wrestling matches are a sight to watch. You almost can't take your eyes off the screen simply because you don't want to miss out on if anything just pops. Well, that's the case here. This match is so intense, and it's at every moment you can see the fighters struggle to best the other. But this female knows a few things about how to carry her weight. She powers over this guy and keeps him belly up like a toy. Well, a very tough toy. Keeping his legs tied and immobilizing his arms to only focus on defending every move that she grapples him with. She grabs him in a swift headlock and holds it nice and strong. The seconds go by, and you can tell just from that he had not much left in him. He taps out, and just like that, the match is over. Phew, at least nothing popped off. Or did you want to see that? Let us know in the comments below. And be sure to show your support by liking and subscribing, and stay tuned for all of the videos that we have in store for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.